Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today it's going to be a League of Legends video. I'm going to be talking about how to build a champion pool and how I'm personally going to build a champion pool for the upcoming ranked season. The ranked season starts on the November 19th, so 4 days from when this will be posted, 5 days or 3 days depending on when I get it uploaded. But yeah, the new season starts November 19th, the preseason starts November 19th. I'm sorry, the new season won't start until like next year sometime. But the preseason starts November 19th, and I'm probably going to be playing a little bit of League here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and get my champion pool ready. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So I personally play mid lane. It's the lane I learned last season, and it took me from like silver 3 or 2, something like that, to gold 1. And I probably could have gone higher, but I stopped playing it for the season due to getting banned. Not really, I got a chat ban, but you know, toxicity reasons. But we're going to fix that this next season. We're not going to do that anymore. We've got systems in place to keep us from being toxic. We've got the chat turned off. We got the all chat turned off. We're not worried about that anymore. Okay, so today the video, yeah, like I said, is going to be about building my mid champion pool. So the way I like to build a champion pool is I usually pull up like OPGG, and I like to see what's strong. So I'll go here and I take a look at, this is the resource that I use for everything in League of Legends. I don't really use anything else other than watching videos of people and watching streams. And then I'll go to mid lane and I'll see what's strong, which, you know, unfortunately for me, it's assassin meta. I'm not very good at assassins, so I'm probably not going to be playing a whole lot of those. But there are some champions that I do see in here that are good for me. Ahri was really good for me last season. Twisted Fate is a champion I played quite a bit. He's one that I feel like I lose my skill on pretty quickly if I don't play him a lot, so he probably isn't going to be like my main this season, but I'm going to throw him in some. I like Zoe. Again, you lose her pretty quick too, so I'm rusty. Malzahar you can always throw in pretty easily. Galio you can always throw in pretty easy. I can play Yasuo. He'll be one that I need to brush up on. Fizz I can play. Echo's one that I want to learn. So yeah. But let's take a look at this real quick, because I'm just going to use this just to keep track of my thoughts a little bit here. So first things first, whenever you're building a champion pool, you always have to have a blind pick, because you're going to have to blind pick a lot. You might get lucky, you might get to counter pick most of the time, but one thing that I definitely learned last season playing ranked is I blind picked a lot, which is the reason I played Ahri a ton and had like at one point I had an 87% win rate. I think it went down to about 70% by the end of the season, or by the time I quit, in like 20-some games. But I played like 20-something games on Ahri in ranked, and I think my next closest was probably like 5 or 6, because I blind picked so much for some reason last season. So you definitely want to have a blind pick. Mine, personally, Ahri. Why do I pick Ahri as my blind pick? Because she honestly does well into anything, and she can come back into a game pretty much at any point as well. So a lot of people look at Ahri as this kind of snowbally champion where she needs to get ahead, she needs to kill her lane or stuff like that. But if you build the new Glacial Augment build, which isn't new anymore, but it was new to me last season, she can always come back into the game through creating picks. So Ahri's super safe as soon as she gets level 6, because she has 3 dashes and she has flash, so you're very unlikely to kill her. She has a heal. It's not a great heal, but she has some sustain in lane. Once you get Lost Chapter, you can shove really easily. Once you get your Q maxed out, you can shove really easily, and then you can look to roam if you want. If you're in a bad lane, you can just shove and look to roam. If you're in a good lane, you can freeze and look to kill the person with an all-in with your charm, ignite, flash, your 3 dashes. You know, you can look for those plays, but most of the time you're going to want to shove and roam and look for picks. So Ahri for me is my blind pick because she's really safe. She's hard to kill as soon as she gets level 6. Now 1 through 5, she's not extremely safe. You can get ganked pretty easily, but usually your flash is going to save you from one of those, so you usually are okay that 1 through 5 area. And then once you get to 6, you pretty much want to hold your ult unless you're guaranteed to get a kill, and you absolutely have to use the ult to get it, because otherwise you're going to be pretty much ungankable at that point, and the jungler is going to give up on you. She does well into assassins. You know, she can have some tough assassin matchups, but if you land the charm, you're going to outtrade most assassins. She does good into mid-range control mages like your Syndras, your Orianas, and stuff like that, because she's got that good mid-range. Long-range poke she can struggle with a little bit, but like we said, she's got the sustain with her Q to stay in lane, and you can always keep up with their wave clear and just shove the lane out and leave if you don't want to sit there and get poked and harassed down. So my blind pick this season is going to be Ahri. So if you see me playing a lot of Ahri whenever I'm actually trying to rank up, now at the beginning of the season, in the preseason, I'm not going to be trying to rank up. Like, I'm not going to be trying to rank up super hardcore, so I may not play a lot of Ahri. I may be learning some new champions to throw into my champion pool. So Ahri, that's my blind pick. Now, the next thing you want is counters to your blind pick. So say she gets banned, which this is also, I should also mention, this is going to be my main or my one trick. I'm not really a one trick type of person. I get bored very easily, so I'll end up playing stuff that's not my main champion. But definitely the best way to rank up is one tricking. I will say that. But for me, I get really bored really fast, so I'm not going to one trick. But Ahri is going to be my one trick, we'll say, for the purposes of this video. Now, so what is good against Ahri? So thankfully, OPGG makes this really easy for us. We go to Ahri. It'll pull her up here in a second, and then look at this, counter champion. Now these three, I don't always go by these three. I like to actually click on the tab and go to, oh wait, it's over here. I like to click on the tab and actually go to the counters, because then it shows the more commonly played champions that do well into Ahri. So we're looking at this here. Twisted Fate has a 51% win rate against Ahri. Is this correct? Yeah, so we can filter it by win rate, or we can filter it by games played. It's probably better to filter it by games played, because that's going to give you a more accurate statistic. If you want, you can do by win rate, because look, oh man, Ezreal's crazy good against Ahri, but he's only been played in 8,000 games against Ahri, whereas Twisted Fate has been played in 14,000 games against Ahri, and he has a 51.16% win rate. So this is our pick in case they decide to pick Ahri. So we need a counter pick in case they decide to pick Ahri, and we need a few of those, because sometimes Twisted Fate will get banned. Sometimes he'll get picked as well. I don't know why they would pick Twisted Fate and Ahri on the same team, but it could happen. So our first counter pick to Ahri is going to be Twisted Fate, which, thank God, because I actually can play Twisted Fate, so that's good for me. I will need some brushing up on my Twisted Fate, though, for sure, because I'm kind of met on him. Yasuo has a 49. Is this what this is telling me? Or she has this? Oh, okay. This is backwards. Twisted Fate doesn't. I was going to say, I didn't feel like Twisted Fate had a good matchup against Ahri. In my head, when I saw that, I was like, that doesn't sound right, because he's mid-range, he can't escape. Yeah, okay, so Twisted Fate isn't a counter to Ahri. She's got a 51.16% win rate against him. So I don't know why it's filtering it like that. That's weird. So we're going to take Twisted Fate off of that. Let's go back to that. That's what I thought. I didn't think so, but go away. All right, so counters to Ahri. So we've got Yasuo, Zed. Is this showing his win rate or her win rate? Her win rate. Why is it doing it like this? Let's do win rate. Is this her win rate against it? Okay, this is bugged. Whatever. So these are the champions that are really good against Ahri. Aurelion Sol. I don't play that champion. Heimerdinger. For those of you who don't know, Heimerdinger is like one of my original mains. So I'm just going to throw him in there because I can play Heimerdinger. I can pick him up and play him anytime. Super easy. So we'll throw Heimer in there. Echo. Okay, Echo has a good matchup against Ahri. That's good because I want to learn Echo, so we'll throw Echo on there. I'm going to get like 3 of these just in case some of this gets banned out, because I could see Echo getting banned out pretty easily. We'll put him in front because he's a better champion right now. Fizz, Diana, Katarina. I kind of play Fizz, but not really. I can't really play these two. I can play Kled. I can play... Ooh, Rumble does well into Ahri? Okay. Now the question is, do I throw... I'll probably use Kled and something else, so I'll probably throw Rumble on there. Because I can play Zillion, I can play Vel'Koz, I can play Zed as well. Kind of Zed, not really. We'll throw Rumble in there. Why not? Rumble's another one of my classic champions that I've played for a long time. I loved him when I played top lane, so you know what? We may just have to learn him in the mid lane. So now we've got 3 counter picks to our actual main. So if someone picks our main, we've got 3 picks that we know that we can pick into it in case, say, they decided to ban Rumble and Echo for some reason, or Echo and Heimerdinger. We've got one there. We're probably not going to ban out 3 mid laners. These won't be champions that we'll play very often because Ahri is going to be our main that we're going to try to play most of the time. And these are only going to be in case they take our Ahri away, basically. So we've got our 3 counter picks. The other thing you have to take into account for mid lane is if your top laner for some reason decides to pick a mage, and say your bot laner picks something that's like a heavy AP, like a Corki, which never happens, but it could happen, or a Kaisa, she does a lot of magic damage, or Varus, he does quite a bit of magic damage, Kog'Maw, these things can happen. Or, sometimes whenever AD carries are really bad, like they are right now, you could get a mage bot lane. So we need to do in case we need attack damage. And there's going to be 2 different ones of these. One is going to be if we need an AD carry, and one is going to be if we don't need an AD carry. So sometimes your AD, this is going to be like, oh, my AD carry picked a mage. Well, then I'm going to need to pick an AD carry to fill that slot because we won't have anyone to push towers otherwise. So let's look for that champion first. And this is kind of slim pickings. It's kind of hard. Your choices are generally like Varus, Jace, Tristana, Lucian is one. So this situation isn't going to happen very often, so I'm not extremely concerned with it, but I want to have one just in case. Or you can even, the other thing you can do too is you can substitute Ziggs in for that for a tower pusher. You would want to have attack damage in the top lane though, so he doesn't fill that need AD role, but he does fill the tower pushing role. Mine, I've played a lot of Tristana. I'm probably going to throw Tristana in here. Where's she at? Trist. We'll throw Trist in here. And then where's Lucian? Because I've played a lot of Lucian. We'll throw him in there. The situations in which they're different is Tristana is going to be more of a late game hyper carry. Lucian's going to be more of an early to mid game, try to win out fast type of champion. Also, he's a lot safer than Tristana is. Tristana's very safe, but I think Lucian's a little safer with having multiple dashes. But we'll throw Lucian in there too. And then we need to have one that's probably going to be like a mid lane assassin. Could be a bruiser, but it's going to be another champion where we need AD, but we don't really need an AD carry. So I'm going to throw Yasuo into this because I know he can actually stomp games, and I like Yasuo. He's fun to play. So Yasuo is going to be our other need AD type of champion. He's going to be more priority than these two, but it's mostly going to be Yasuo is going to be for whenever we need attack damage. Say we pick a mage top lane, we pick like an AP jungler. We still have an AD carry, so we're kind of okay on attack damage, but I'd like to have a little bit more. That's the situation, and it looks like a good matchup for Yasuo. That's probably when this will happen. It's not going to be a very likely scenario, but it'll happen. And then these two are in case we need an AD carry, and it's going to be basically Tristana if she's open, or and if I feel like it's an okay matchup. If not, I feel like I need to be safer, or I need to play something that can do a little bit more early game, Lucian. Another unlikely scenario that can happen mid lane is your team needs a tank. Now, this isn't really your job to fill that often, but your team sometimes will need a champion to tank for the team. And I'm actually going to change this. It's not necessarily going to be need a tank, but it's going to be more need initiation. Okay, I couldn't spell that word for a second. We need initiation. We need a way to start the fight. So we've got 4 other champions that are terrible at starting the fight. We have no way to actually push the go button and start a fight when we need to. So what champions can initiate, can start a fight from the mid lane? That's what we're looking at here. So Nocturne would be one. I don't really want to play Nocturne mid. It feels really cheesy. I don't think it has very many good matchups. Basically, it's designed around just clearing mid lane as fast as you can and leaving. That's like the whole goal of the champion, basically. You get an early Tiamat, you shove the wave, and you leave. Sometimes you don't go for the Tiamat. If you're having a good game, you probably don't need the Tiamat, or if the other mid laner doesn't have good wave clear, you don't need the Tiamat. But yeah, he's just like a roamer, like cheese type of champion. He's like a Twisted Fate. So I'm probably not going to do Nocturne. It's probably going to be like Galio is one I would throw into this. So we'll throw Galio in there. He's tank E. He's not actually a super tank, kind of like he was originally. Where is Galio? I know it's in alphabetical order, but I'm blind. Okay, there he is. So we'll throw Galio into this. What other champions are good right now that can do this? Kled is one. So I could throw him in there. Garen can't start fights. Renekton can't really start fights. Rumble can, kind of. Lissandra can start fights for sure. And then we'll throw Lissandra and we'll throw Kled into this as well, because Kled is like the Uber fight starter. He's the we're gonna go button. We'll throw Liss, and then Kled will give us an AD option for this if we need it. I was looking at things like Scion, seeing if any of that was decent, but it doesn't seem like it is right now. So we'll just toss Kled in here as well. So these are we need initiation. This is if we need a more tanky option. This is if we don't need a very tanky option. This is we need an AD option. So that's kind of the thought process behind that. So this is going to be our mid lane champion pool. It doesn't look super fantastic, I know that. And these definitely won't be the only champions I would play. But if I was looking to exclusively rank up, if I was only focused on ranking up, this would be what I would be looking at for my champions. I'm going to pick Ahri if I'm blind every single time. Ahri is going to be my pick. If they pick, even if I'm not blind, if they pick something that I feel like Ahri does well into, I'm still going to lock Ahri. If Ahri's banned or if Ahri's picked, then that's when I'm going to start looking at some of these other champions. That's definitely going to be the best way to rank up. I'm just telling you guys, one tricking is the best way to rank up. It's not what I'm personally going to do because I get bored really fast. I would rather enjoy my games, than just exclusively rank up. But if you're looking to rank up, that's what you need to do. Find your one trick that you can blind pick most of the time, and that doesn't have very many bad matchups, which for me, mid lane is Ahri. If you're looking at top lane, let's look at champions that might be able to do this, say for like top lane, just because I'm curious. I'm going to be looking at my top lane because it's going to be my off-roll for starters. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that. I may go support. If I get higher rank, I'll definitely switch it to support for my off-roll because this is what I'm more comfortable with. But in low elo, I'm going to get support probably more than mid lane, even if I'm queuing for a secondary. So I don't really want to do that. But safe top laners that you can pick into pretty much anything. I'd say Kayle is pretty safe. She does pretty well into most matchups. She can usually just farm it out and be fine. I would say, where's Gangplank? Gangplank is one of those. He can kind of go fine into anything, go even, not have too much trouble. I like Kennen for this. Kennen does well, I think, into most matchups. Whereas Gnar does well into most matchups. Jace is another one. These like ranged poke 'em out, have the ranged advantage type champions are ones that are the better blind picks. You could throw Heimer into that. He does well into most top lane matchups, but he's pretty cheesy. I know a lot of people have a negative stigma towards Heimer. I personally love him because he's my original main, but that's just me. Who else does? I mean, Ornn, he's pretty much always going to be able to farm it out and be super useful in team fights. So those are kind of some blind picks that I think you could do top lane. Speaking of that, let me go over here to this. So off-roll, top lane. So with my off-roll being top lane, what I'm looking to do, I'm not necessarily looking to carry when I get off-rolled. I'm looking to either A, win my lane and create pressure top lane, or B, I'm looking to have something that's going to be useful in team fights later. So let's look at champions that can do that. I'm going to throw Kled into that because Kled does well into most matchups. People don't ban him for some reason, even though I think he's super insane and super broken. Plus, he's already in this champion pool, so it's a champion that we might already be playing some. So we'll throw him in there. I can't. Can I do another Kled? Doesn't look like it because it's a tier list. I can't duplicate him. Okay, well, Kled is here too. All right, just Kled. He's here. And that's going to be our like top lane go-to pick most of the time. We'll just say Kled. He'll be our go-to. We could probably do Kayle for that instead, but Kayle takes so long to come online. I don't really feel comfortable doing that. The other one, if we need a tank, we're going to throw Ornn in. So if I feel like my team needs a tank, or same thing as this, we need initiation, I'm going to throw Ornn in because he's super easy to go even with, and he's super good at starting fights, and he's super good in late game fights because he gets so tanky. And then the only other thing we need, because I'm going to make my top lane pool really small, if we need an AP top, so let's look at AP top laners. Kayle, fine. I don't think it's that great because solo queue, it takes so long to come online. If your team isn't getting absolutely rolled, it's good, but I don't think I'm going to put Kayle in there for me. Mordekaiser is fine, but he's like a 1v1 champion. I want something that's more useful in team fights. I'm thinking like Ryze, Kennen, Rumble, those type of things. Man, Rumble's not very good right now, top. Ryze is fine top. I could throw him in there. He's scaling too, but he doesn't have to scale as hard as Kayle does, I don't think. Kayle's got like a level she needs to get to. She needs to at least get to a level 11, definitely level 16, or definitely at least level 11, and then level 16 you probably want to before you really start fighting heavily. So I think I'm just going to throw Ryze in here as far as need AP, because he's a champion that could kind of go in this pool as well, so he'll kind of help me for this pool. And I think he does well into most matchups. And then Kennen's one that I've played a decent amount of. I can kind of always play Kennen. I feel like he's good into any matchup, so we'll throw Kennen in there too. And then we've got Rumble if we need him. He's part of this pool. We've got Heimer if we need him. He can be played here. Yasuo technically can get played here if I need him to. Lissandra could get played there if I need to. Kled is already kind of in both of these, so yeah. So yeah, that's my champion pool. If I wanted to purely rank up, I'd be playing Ahri every time she was open, unless I felt like it was a bad matchup for her, which I don't think she has very many of. That's kind of the point of her being my blind pick. And then if Ahri was picked, I would pick one of these three counters to her. If we needed AD, I would pick Yasuo. Unless we needed an AD carry, then I would pick one of these two. If we need initiation from the mid lane, I would pick one of these three. This one if I felt like I needed to be tankier. This one if I felt like tankiness didn't matter. We needed a little bit more damage. Lysandra doesn't bring that much damage, but she brings some. And then Kled if we needed AD and initiation. And then off-rolling, I'm probably just going to pick Kled most of the time. And then Ornn if I feel like we need a tank. Kled can initiate, so he's probably going to fill Ornn's role there. And then if we need AP top, probably Ryze or Kennen. Just whichever one I feel like. If it feels like it's going to be someone that can fight early game and give me trouble, I'll probably pick Kennen. If not, I'll probably pick Ryze and just try to scale into the mid game. But yeah, that's my champion pool. That's how I kind of take a look at building some things. Hopefully that helped you. I actually kind of went through this process for myself. This is how I always kind of do it at the beginning of a season. I start looking at building my champion pool. So I kind of wanted to go through the process live with you guys. So you can kind of see how it looks whenever you're trying to build a champion pool. Hopefully this helps you guys. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments. Please give the video a like, and let me know if you want to see a top lane for this, if you want to see a jungle for this, if you want to see an AD carry, a support. I might do one for all roles, even though I don't know as much about all roles, but I might do it as if like I'm a newcomer to this role. This is how I'm going to build my brand new champion pool for this role. So I could make more of these videos if you guys want to see it for different roles as well. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Again, please, if you can, give the video a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow any of the social media stuff below, and make sure to check out my Mixer because I'm going to be streaming 3 nights a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.